Alright, Shalom. Before I start this video, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakudash. Alright, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakudash. Alright, I also like to give double honor unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth as well. And I also like to give a sincere salutations out there unto you, Akim, and unto you, Akim, that are there teaching this word in sincerity and in faith. Alright, to you, I say Shalom. Okay, I also like to give sincere Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, you sincere Akim, Aqua, that watch our videos. Alright, the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Yahweh or Jehovah, and his name means he exists, the existing one, the ancient of days, the Holy One of Israel. Okay, he is the power of Israel, you so-called Israelites. Okay, you so-called, not so-called Israelites, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Negroes, Native Americans, West Indians, Seminole Indians, Haitians. Okay, you are the Most High's chosen people. Okay, and the name of his only begotten Son, the Redeemer, the Savior of Israel, is Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. Okay? So when you call upon your power, you must say Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Alright? Because the scriptures say that no man may come to the Father but through me. And Bahashim means in the name. Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, and Sha meaning name. Okay? Today's lesson is going to be updates on World War III because we're starting to see these tensions rise up more and more, and they're starting to inflate, man. Yeah, Bashar Shah is putting the spirit on these kings to want to wage war, just as they're going to wage war with Babylon and all of its associates, okay? So we're going to watch a few videos, then grab a few scriptures and call it. So I picked the wrong video.
China-Taiwan tensions. Xi Jinping says reunification must be fulfilled. China's President Xi Jinping has
Slack it for that. My AirPods are messing up the video.
said that reunification with Taiwan must be fulfilled, as heightened tensions over the island continue. Mr. Xi said unification should be achieved peacefully, but warned that the Chinese people had a glorious tradition of opposing separatism. In response, Taiwan said its future lay in the hands of its people. Taiwan considers itself a sovereign state, while China views it as a breakaway province. Beijing has not ruled out the possible use of force to achieve unification. Mr. Xi's intervention comes after China sent a record number of military jets into Taiwan's air defense zone in recent days. Some analysts say the flights could be seen as a warning to Taiwan's president ahead of the island's National Day on Sunday. Taiwan's defense minister has said that tensions with China are at their worst in 40 years. But Mr. Xi's remarks on Saturday were more conciliatory than his last major intervention on Taiwan in July, where he pledged to smash any attempts at formal Taiwanese independence. Speaking at an event marking the 110th anniversary of the revolution that overthrew China's last imperial dynasty in 1911, he said unification in a peaceful manner was most in line with the overall interest of the Chinese nation, including Taiwan compatriots. But he added, no one should underestimate the Chinese people's staunch determination, firm will, and strong ability to defend national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The historical task of the complete reunification of the motherland must be fulfilled, and will definitely be fulfilled, he said. Mr. Xi has said he wants to see unification occur under a one country, two systems principle, similar to that employed in Hong Kong, which is part of China, but has a degree of autonomy. But Taiwan's presidential office said that public opinion was very clear in rejecting one country, two systems.
See, man, this is how you know that we're at the end, okay? Because we have Taiwan, which is the chief Moabite so like the chief Moabite country and town, uh, China is considering Taiwan a breakaway province. Okay, that's what it's considering it. Okay, it means Moab against Moab. Okay, because they're the same people, they're the same house. Okay, and over here we got Esau, Edomites against each other, man. You know, these promises are beginning to come to pass. Mark 3:24. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Okay, and if Satan rises up against himself, be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. Okay. This is Matthew 24:6, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, so that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, and we're starting to see that even more. There's always been rumors of wars, hearing of wars throughout the whole since the beginning of time, okay, since the beginning of the last days when Yahushua was here, but now it's even more, it's at a more unprecedented rate. We're hearing about it more and more too frequently, okay, which is how we'll know that we're close to the end. We got Taiwan starting to urgently build Chinese aircraft killers, man.
Taiwan urgently starts building Chinese aircraft carrier killers. Against the background of escalating aggression by Communist China, the leadership of the Republic of China, which is Taiwan, is preparing to take urgent measures to strengthen its naval forces, learned BulgarianMilitary.com. The island republic now has 3 such ships, and to implement such a plan, 3 more missile corvettes will need to be deployed urgently. In particular, Taiwan plans to build additional Tuochang missile corvettes that have a reputation as aircraft carrier killers. This was announced by the Taiwanese portal Taiwan News. It is noted that the Taiwanese fleet already has 2 catamaran ships from the Tuochang project. A 3rd such ship was laid that day. And by 2023, 3 more such missile corvettes will be built and deployed, and thus the Taiwanese fleet will have 6 missile corvettes, aircraft killers. Previous plans had predicted that by 2023, Taiwan would build only 3 Tuochang ships. BulgarianMilitary.com has repeatedly talked about this type of ship. In particular, these corvettes are known as aircraft carrier killers mainly because of their powerful weapons. 8 Sung Fong 2 subsonic cruise missiles with a range of up to 200 kilometers and 8 Sung Fong 3 supersonic missiles with a range of over 250 kilometers. The fame of aircraft carrier killers is also ensured by the small size of such ships, which ensure survival in battle. Tuochang corvettes have
The spirit of war is more heavily in Babylon and across the world more than it's ever been, okay, which is leading up to this. I'll also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my heritage, will lead them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, okay, because Israel is the people before the place, man. That is our heritage. We are the Israelites, okay, whom they have scattered among the nations and departed my land. Skipping down to verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Do your plowshares with swords, and your opponents with spears, let the weak say, I am strong. And that's exactly what Taiwan is doing, because years ago, Taiwan would never even dream of trying to form war against China, because China's considered a super country, but Taiwan is ready now. Plus, Taiwan is also backed by Babylon the Great, okay, the other superpower, okay, for China and Russia have formed an alliance, okay. Babylon has cut its ties with NATO, okay, and all this is going to lead to World War III, okay, Revelations 17 chapter where it talks about the beast, I hate the whore, I shall burn her and make her desolate. All these prophecies are going to be coming to pass, and they're coming to pass very soon, okay. through the Spirit power. I wouldn't expect this place to last more than 2 years max. Okay, even at that, these prophecies are really coming to pass. It's a Habakkuk 2 and 3. The vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end shall speak and not lie. So it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Alright, now the truth is starting to pass, things are beginning to come to pass. Third woe is coming quickly. Okay, Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, behold, the third woe coming quickly. And we know that woe in the scriptures is great destruction. The first woe is for the first two world wars caused for its mass destruction of the world. That's why it's called World War. Okay? So all these things lead up to the war, alright, which leads us to the end. Okay? Ezekiel 7 and 5. Thus says Arwan Yahweh Shem Shai, evil and only evil, behold, is come. The end is come, and watching for thee, behold, it is come. We're at the end of the world, man. We're at the end of this kingdom. We're at the end of Esau's reign of terror, at the end of us being at the bottom of the totem pole, being the tail. That's why the scriptures call us and the curses. Okay, we're about to receive the kingdom of heaven. So with that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to how God, I pray blessings to everyone. Until next time I say,